Today I'm making a poster for an event that I've got coming up. It's called Algorithm Free, and it is a phone-free event that I started here in Korea last year. It starts off with a guest speaker who I invite to share their own work and also make 4 or 5 recommendations of creative work for people to check out. Once they have finished with their time, it opens up and the audience gets to interact and share their own recommendations with each other. One of the things I like about it is that it's open to all kinds of personalities. We've had small groups that were very introverted and people just sit and doodle or whatever they need to allow them to be in the space and to engage. Both the Algorithm Free and Trying to Fail come from the same place, but one is just giving way to the other. One is about being present with other people, and this one is about being present with my own creative process. Both of them help me to avoid screen time, to spend less time on social media, to be more mentally present. Where I was when I started this does feel quite different to where I am now, and it feels like water to me. Things move and shift and find a new shape, but it's the same energy, the same flow moving through it. So today I'm going to try to use water and make this poster. So I thought this was going to be a kind of simple enough project, a quick and easy video that I could just knock out and keep going. It has not been that. Yesterday I gave it a go, and while it didn't meet my expectations, I did end up with a poster. It's just not one that I want to use. And I did run it by Cindy, who is the guest speaker as well. She suggested throwing in a photo of herself in action. Yoga instructor, dancer, performance artist, multidisciplined Wonder Woman. I realized the biggest problem yesterday was that I don't have a glass container that actually covers an A4 page. So I've made everything a little smaller on the paper. And I'll play around with the water. I've got prism, and I've got the colored lighting effect that I also tried out yesterday. Light is a problem. If I do that, it's fun because it looks like Cindy's holding the prism up. Got too many bubbles down the bottom. Oh, jeez. I've taken a couple of runs at this over the last week, and it's not quite coming together on the screen the way I see it in my head. And I think the problem is I've stuck to the same approach of using water as distortion. And that worked, but because there was so much text, it was impossible to really get a clean enough image that worked. There were some that I liked, but none that were really perfectly suitable. This time around, I'm gonna try and switch things up. I'm just gonna go for texture. I want bubbles, I want ripples, I want the water to be flowing over the page. Ooh, Okay, there's one where a really large bubble formed perfectly over the O of algorithm free, and there's a bubble in Cindy's hand. I'm already thinking that might be the winner, but I still have another 300 to go through to double check to be sure. I think I have narrowed it down to 4, with 2 that are interesting and 2 that are strong contenders. And I had to go to work, come home, and then try and throw the poster together. I've wanted to start using Affinity for a while, but I'm still not quite comfortable with the software yet. So I put it together real quick in Canva and I was happy with the result. It's good enough for what I need for this week. And this is what it looks like. There were 3 or 4 different photos that had these bubbles in interesting and fun places. But this one specifically, I liked the bubbles hitting the wrist and the knee, which are like typical pain points that yoga can help you with. Go learn from Cindy, she's the best. Also, it hit the G of the go to really emphasize the go in algorithm free. I like a dumb pun. Is that a pun? I thought I'd found it at around image 400, and I still kept going, taking more and shooting more and ending up with another 400 to go through. But that seems about right for this project. Yeah, drink more water. It does make me wonder if I'm trying to overly complicate things for myself, that the idea of starting from failure, the rules that I'm creating or the concepts behind it are too complicated to the point it's restricting me from accessing play. But that's something to think about for another day. If you've seen a few of my videos, let me know what you think.